So when you were working at Google, SimilarWeb, what lessons from those experiences helped shape your approach to building your own company, Salesforge?
I would say the biggest thing that I didn't see that happens in the world of sales or sales technologies generally versus the world of MarTech is you don't use a lot of data sets, machine learning models, any form of AI essentially in the world of sales. Essentially, humans make all decisions in sales, and whether it was about crafting an email or doing things in a particular way, sending emails in random times of the day, and all that stuff. Essentially, so this leads to a lot of human error, essentially inefficiency, or what you typically say CAC inefficient. We're very CAC inefficient. The CAC is rising. So that's the cost of customer acquisition. So essentially, acquiring net new dollars these days becomes more and more expensive due to various reasons. And I thought to myself, there must be a way to be applying a large sets of data that you can extract from the customer or from a single customer and then maybe other lookalike customers, and then build big data pools, what we call data clusters, and then use those data clusters then to essentially as a training data to apply machine learning models, Gen AI models. And that's something that you can see in the world of marketing technology. So let's say Google, for example. So let's say Google Ads as a product. So within Google Ads, you can run these Google Ads campaigns. So campaigns that run on what's called manual bidding. So the humans set a bid, within the campaign, and then the auction runs, and then you may get some conversions, right? So the human is sort of accountable for the bids and for the results. But then a second type of campaigns have popped up, over the years called the automated campaigns, essentially where you can set what's called a target CPA, so cost per acquisition, and then Google will use large, data behind the scenes, so the data lake essentially to then set the bids automatically, right? So that's exactly what we're sort of envisioning in our world, where we're essentially shifting more and more from what's called rules-based execution, so where essentially humans make decisions, over to execution that happens by big data lakes. So yeah.
What's the biggest misconception companies have about AI in sales?
So I would say there's a lot of talk on a lot of social media platforms that AI is replacing humans or AI agents. It doesn't matter. It's all the same kind of thing, right? So, but I think we all live in a capitalist society where we're looking to drive better margins ultimately, right? But to drive better margins, the biggest thing that kills your margin is a lot of labor that you have within the organizations. So what ultimately the all the stuff that happens around AI, LLMs, AI agents, etc., it does allow you to increase the output levels on per employee basis. And anybody out there, doesn't matter whether you're in sales or some other functions, finance, etc., if you're an employee that uses a bunch of AI tools, your productivity levels are significantly higher than those employees that don't use AI tooling. So I always, highly advise everybody that, and I always ask them, do you use even like a basic tools like ChatGPT, and et cetera, et cetera? And you'll be surprised, there's still a lot of people that have never used even ChatGPT. But ultimately, those folks that are using some tools and basic tools like ChatGPT, their productivity levels are higher. They're rising through, the ranks higher, and so on and so forth. And then, folks that don't use any form of, AI capabilities, they are like being left behind. So that's definitely the shift that we're seeing. And I think the next wave that we're going to see a lot more this year in particular is where you're going to see humans working with AI agents in tandem to increase output levels, right? So imagine you're operating a piece of software as a human or as a sales team potentially, but in tandem you're also running these AI agents to help you achieve superior output levels. So that increases output, and that also reduces cost per unit. So let's say in sales that would be, say, a meeting book.
Hey there, it's the real Jason Duncan. Thank you for watching this video. If you are an entrepreneur and you've ever thought about what it's going to be like when you get ready to exit your business, I'm the guy you want to follow. So make sure that you've subscribed to this channel and go check out the link in the description, therealjasonduncan.com. Check out the resources I've got for people just like you, as an entrepreneur who's trying to get his life back, get her life back, get your time and freedom back. We've got a couple other videos you might be interested in. There's one here and there's one here. If that's what you want as an entrepreneur, if you're being trapped in your business, then I can help you get out of that. So go to therealjasonduncan.com. The link is in the description and check out one of these videos. I'll see you next time.